everybody, this is Sarah from Simply Sarah Stampin', and I have a masculine birthday card to show you that I had my ladies at my latest Stamp-A-Stack create, and they colored the background in with pan pastels. I want to show you how easy it is to use them, and get that a little closer so let's see if you can see it a little bit better. Anyway, they're so easy to use. They're like a soft chalk. This card was actually designed by Deb S. I cannot pronounce her last name, so I'm not even going to try, or at least the ovals on the card were. The ovals in this dark cardstock. I really liked that. Anyway, I will give you a link to her blog if you want to check her card out also. I went ahead and prepped a lot of stuff because I want to focus mainly on the pan pastels. So let's get started. I stamped this lighthouse from Fun Stamper's Journey stamp set called Nautical Sketch. And I also stamped another one just on some scrap paper and cut out a mask. And as you can see, it's been well used. And you just put that on and cover your lighthouse so you don't get the color on it. Oops, that's not straight. So you don't get the color on it while you're doing the sky and the water. All right, you can start with any of the colors that you want. I am going to start with the blue, and you can see the pan pastels that I have over here on the side. Also going to grab a Kleenex because if I get oil on here, then you can always see my fingerprints, and I don't want those to show on here. So nice and simple, you just put some of this on the tip of your brush and spread it across. It's as easy as that. And the same thing for the water down at the bottom. Looks like I got a dog hair in there. I have a couple of wiener dogs, and one of them likes to come down here and jump on my lap and put his paws on the table. I'm going to grab a darker blue, and I will be filling in this area after I take the masking off also. Okay, guess I shouldn't have turned that back. And now to do some yellow streaks through here. You want to be careful that your yellow and blue do not really touch. That I found out once turns my sky all green. You really don't want that. It's pulling a little bit of color off from what's on the lighthouse there. All right. And now for a little bit of red. This is pretty dark, so I'm going to dab it just a little bit. And I'm going to come back and rub the yellow in. Oops, make sure I do the yellow, not the red. Turn it around and do this side. There we go. It's not too bad. Okay. I think I'll leave the sky like that. And when you pull the masking off, you want to make sure that there's not any tape residue left. Because if there is, your stamped image is going to end up looking funny. Alrighty. I'm going to start off with some watercolor pencils. I use those in the really small spots that I just could not get my pan pastel little brush into. I guess I did that with the pan pastels. Okay, I did have a brown here. Oh, here it is. I also filled these in too. All right, back to the pan pastels. I'm going to dab this a little bit, put it in my yellow because it is mixed with the red, and I really want the yellow to stand out because I want it inside this window and up here at the top of the lighthouse. There we go. This was the red little spongy thing that I used, and I'm going to use just the tip on the other side of it. Tap some lighter brown into it and do the house. I tend to tap my colors in smaller areas. I don't know why. Probably just makes me feel like I'm a little more in control. And I've also got some darker brown here that I will put on the roof. And wipe some of that off. I've just got a Kleenex here. Dab it a little bit and that color comes off. Going back to the light brown again because I want to fill in just the edges of the lighthouse here. And you can just pull that color around by rubbing it in. Nice and simple. I'm also going to do the rocks. Now back to the darker brown. Fill in some of the rocks in those darker areas just for shadows. And the top of the lighthouse. That's a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. Just dab it a little bit. Got something stuck in there. I don't know what. There we go. All right, back to the water. That's the last thing I need to fill in. Still got to watch my fingers. There we go. It's as simple as that to color that in using mostly pan pastels. And now I need to attach the oval piece over top. Just want to center that. On there, and then I have another oval piece cut out that's bigger to go over top of it, and I've got my small foam squares on there already. So we'll just take the bottoms off. And you want to make sure that you put this together before you put it on your background piece. Or I guess, sorry, not your background piece, your card base, because it will not line up unless you have this on first. Okay, it looks like I've got all of those set. Center it again. And I've got my card base ready to go. I have whipped cream on the inside, and I stamped the lighthouse once inside there. There we go. Look at that. Quick and simple. I also pre-stamped my happy birthday. And I also pre-stamped the compass and filled it in with chalk. That takes a little bit of time to get it exact. That's why I did that ahead of time, and I put a medium foam square on that to pop it up. And there you have it. There is a nice masculine card using pan pastels. A lot of times when I use them, I will spray them with hairspray. That sets the color, and then you don't have to worry about it getting all over. It does get on your fingers, and it will come off if you touch it. And I notice here I've got just a little bit of white, so I'm just going to rub that in. Look at that. See, as easy as that, but sure enough, it gets on your fingers. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you like this card, and I will be back with another video soon.